Sweetheart. What's up, YouTube? Happy Halloween. Yeah, my wife did all this for me. Yes, I'm dead. No.
I'm sorry I killed you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, let's get this started. And I am aware that Matthew Perry died today at only the tender age of 54, but I'm just going to be honest, I was just never really into Matthew Perry. I was never really into the show Friends, even grew up in the 90s. Um, so, yeah. Anyway, um, when I got notified of this new AVGN episode yesterday, I actually didn't realize it was an AVGN episode. I must have not read the whole thing. I thought it was what part of his Monster Madness thing that he does in October, but it's a new episode. I could have sworn he uploads them on Halloween night, but I must have forgotten. Let's get this started. Since I waited this long. Indiana Jones. Oh, he got old. Well, at least we get to see him conclude his Indiana Jones thing from earlier this year. That pennies, nah. That pennies were bullshit. Uh-oh. Oh, looks like we're back to the present.
No. I've done that already.
Yeah, twice.
It was almost 20 years ago when I described it as an awful steaming pile of goat shit. And then years later, I said my own shit would be offended to lay on this loathsome piece of filth. I went soft on it. Yeah, because there's no way I could sum up this total desecration of the NES library. It's cursed, it's unholy. Nobody wants to play Jekyll and Hyde.
I've always wanted to play Jekyll and Hyde.
What?
No.
The fuck? What was that even from?
That last review is pretty detailed. I think I told you just about everything you'd want to know, but I didn't actually make it to the end of the game. I mean, how could I? It'd be impossible.
People have done it.
I never beat the game, but I'm the nerd. This vocation gives meaning to people's lives, and I can't cut it anymore. I'm unfit. I've lost my faith in the NES library.
Aww. Still a lot of good games you like on there. Mario 3, Ninja Gaiden, Mega Man, Street Fighter 2010.
Oh!
You're gonna die up there.
The fuck?
What an excellent day to play some Jekyll and Hyde.
Oh, you'd like that.
Intensely.
How many more years do I have to play this?
Until you rot and lie stinking in the earth.
No. Let's finish this now. There's not going to be any more Jekyll and Hyde videos. This is it.
I would hope so. You can't do it any more than 3.
My opinion has not changed.
Oh.
I told you mostly everything, but for a recap, you play as Jekyll on his way to his wedding. That's all he's trying to do, but for whatever reason, every person, animal, and insect is trying to kill him. You have a weapon that can't harm anything except for one enemy in the entire game. The bees. You walk slow as ass, you get knocked backward by everything, and what makes it extra frustrating is that it doesn't look like it should be that hard. The most unassuming townspeople just charge through you, and those spiders, you'd think you could just watch the pattern and go under. But they don't have a pattern. It feels as if they're programmed to hit you automatically. Making progress is so slow because every few seconds some guy drops a bomb and you have to start moving away from it, but you either get knocked back into it or it still seems to hit you from a mile away. There's projectiles raining down constantly. You're so busy dodging you actually forget that they're dog turd piles shit out by birds.
Yeah,
and that pissing fountain sums up the whole thing. I've struggled to explain before how the Jekyll and Hyde transitions work because I still don't fully understand it, but basically you have a life meter and a meter. Yes, some call it the Hyde meter, but the manual calls it the stress meter. And that's the most accurate because this game will raise your stress through the fucking roof.
Yeah,
Whenever
yeah,
you get hit,
tell just by
sometimes it
looking at
depletes your life meter, and other times depletes your stress meter. When the life meter is gone, you're dead, but if the stress meter is gone, you turn into Hyde. When you're Hyde, it's slightly more playable. You have to kill enough enemies to raise the meter back up and become Jekyll again. As Hyde, there's more than one way to die. The most obvious is if you get hit too many times. But also, if you randomly slip off a wall, you'll also die. And that's ultra bullshit. The other thing that can happen is if Hyde gets as far as Jekyll. So the Hyde world is like some kind of reversed mirror dimension of the Jekyll world. If Hyde gets to the same spot as Jekyll, lightning will strike and it's game over.
I guess the idea is that the forces of good and evil are battling over Jekyll's soul. So if Hyde overtakes him, that means evil has triumphed. What were they thinking? They were thinking too much.
Maybe. Sometimes you can think way too much. Quick question. I don't know if it's just my headset. It shouldn't be because there's really nothing wrong with it, like at all, and I've never had issues with it ever. But when James is on screen, when the nerd is on screen, the microphone, it sounds off. I don't know if it's just me or if it's the actual video, because it sounds fine when when you hear his voice over the game, and the audio from the game sounds like it should, but when he's just on camera, it's like the microphone for the camera that's pointing at him, it just sounds off. It's really strange. Comment below if you're noticing the same thing. Sweetheart.
Sixth and final level is the pure
Thinking too much.
The sixth and final level is the pure definition of hell. No, it's as if there was another hell beneath hell. This is fucking insane. There's these rolling barrels that keep on coming. Sometimes you can't even jump over them because you'll get hit by the next one. And sometimes one single barrel can hit you multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
Who's throwing these things?
Yeah,
Donkey Kong? If the barrels weren't enough, you also have the Mad Bomber to deal with. And don't you think it would have been reasonable to not have the barrels and bombs on the screen at the same time?
Yeah, it's a bit
How is
much.
anybody supposed to get through this? The Mad Bomber respawns infinitely, which is one of the worst offenses in retro gaming.
That's horrible.
But this is the most relentless and merciless respawning I've ever seen. As soon as he exits on the left, he immediately reappears on the right in a
horrible.
never-ending loop. Oh, you could kiss my fucking ass with that. I can't even move. Ugh.
Yeah,
You take one step forward and then 10 steps back.
basically.
Look at this. In the last 20 minutes, I've only moved an inch. Motherfuck. If you really want to know why this game is so bad, just try to play the stage. No, don't. Fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck. Fuck! Fuck! Fuck!
Well, once again, that's about as far as I can get. But wait a minute. The Japanese version. The Famicom. I've heard this one has some differences, so maybe it doesn't have the same bugs.
I doubt it's gonna be that much better.
Oh my god. Level 1 is completely different. I've heard of the different levels, but now that I'm actually playing it, I can say it's way harder, if you can believe it. There's people in windows throwing everything they got, and it's like navigating through a fucking shitstorm.
That's horrible.
Level 3 is also different. Once again, it's people throwing shit out windows, but you also have the simultaneous bombs and barrels, plus slingshots.
I didn't know such a thing was possible. Could it be that these two levels were too shitty for America? That's saying a lot. But anyway, they didn't just cut two levels. What they did here, they changed the order. They took to... Let me give you some visual aid.
Sure.
Okay, so here's the Famicom.
Yet now his audio sounds fine. What the hell happened to his microphone before? It's so weird.
Levels 1 through 6. And here's the NES, levels 1 through 6. Okay, so level 1 of the NES version is level 4 of the Famicom version, which is also level 3 of the NES version. Level 2 of the NES version is level 5 of the Famicom, which is also level 5 of the NES version. And then level 4 of the NES version is level 2 of the Famicom. And level 6 is the same.
Yeah, so
That's
if you
really
ever thought
weird.
the NES version was repetitive, that's because there's two levels you play twice. Other things you'll see in the Famicom version that you don't see in the NES is mermaids. Yeah, mermaids. The spiders seem to be even more hell-bent to kill you. Like I said, there's no pattern. Your best bet is to just keep walking and hope to get lucky. Look at this shit.
That's horrible. They are way too
The
fast.
singing lady is also programmed in the most heartless and inhumane way. If you have enough coins, you can pay her off. But regardless, she's hard to even get near. Her musical notes keep knocking you back. And even after you've made it to the other side, they still keep knocking you back. Don't you think, by all logic, once I'm on the right side, it should start knocking me to the right? I even turned around to see if it would matter. But no, it's
I was actually about to ask that question, and he just answered it for me. That's what the hell? This game's fucked
still
up.
knocks me to the left. It knows. It's deliberate. Some asshole actually programmed it to be as inconvenient as possible.
Yeah, clearly.
And the final level, all you need to see is this. The screen from hell.
Oh my god, he can't even get forward. This is terrible. Holy shit.
I must confess, I cannot beat this game. But I don't want to grow old and have regrets. I'm not coming back in 10 years with Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde revisited. No, this has got to get done right here, right now. But I need help. But who?
Corn Shack
There's no
Gaming.
experts. Old shitty game design like this is so out of date that even the most modern gaming technicians cannot dissect or even understand how it was made. This type of thing's been discarded these days, except by the most ill-fated shit seekers who keep it in the turd locker as sort of an embarrassment.
Yeah, like you.
What was that I said about growing old? Well, with age comes experience, and this requires experience. I know what to do. It meets the conditions.
Huh. Weird.
Nerd. It's me. I'm you. It's an honor. Come in. Nerd! We should begin. Well, shouldn't I tell you the background of the case first? Why? Well, it's taken many manifestations. There's the NES version, the Famicom version. There is only one. Come. We must gather some things.
The game is a liar, but it'll mix lies with the truth to confuse us. It'll attack us psychologically.
Okay.
Don't listen to it.
Visual skill quality. It is a lie, yes.
You must use the doors to hide in. But when I go in the door, I come right back out. You must time it precisely. Ah, it works!
But sometimes I can't avoid both the bombs and the barrels.
Well, then jump.
Then you must let the bombs hit you, but not a direct hit.
If it's far enough away, it'll deplete your stress meter, but not your life meter.
But then it'll turn me into Hyde. But when you come back as Jekyll, all your life will be refilled.
No shit.
Never try to pass the bomb in.
That's an interesting
Always
strategy.
walk to the left. Move the screen to the right only when you have the chance.
Hey, you
But
avoided
that
it.
takes forever.
When you become as patient and as saintly as me, you'll understand.
Saintly.
Oh. Man, I get it now.
You just gotta keep slowly pushing that screen to the right, just like inching out a turd. Precisely. You got this. Now, I'll perform the ritual. In the name of Nintendo and the seal of quality and all that is good, I cast this unclean game out.
Whoa, 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 what's happening to the bomb? It's stuck under the screen. Oh, this game's definitely possessed. Be gone, foul game. Deliver us from this accursed abomination. Your mother sucks cartridges in hell.
Cartridges in hell. Oh,
I
dang
denounce
it.
you, fallen tyrant of unholy game design. I sanction the plastic and circuit board back from the clutches of the vile demonic designer that disguised its evil within. Strike terror to the beast, laying waste to this cartridge. Redeem this game, so it may never be held captive by this unholy shit spirit. You'll never beat me. I cast you out!
Exorcist parody, of course.
You can't win. Like fuck I can't!
There's the chapel. I'm almost there. Oh my God! I'm gonna do it. I did it! That's not the real ending. You missed the final boss.
I know what it's referring to.
It's true. There's a different path. Are you telling me this game has 2 endings and a final boss? In the manual, it is known as Latoul, a mysterious ghost-like demon who appears, attacks, and disappears again. Latoul.
Yeah, what a
Yes.
name. The tool. What a
Now
tool.
let us rest before we start again. How did they do it? Why did they make a game so bad? What's the point? I think the point of this game is to make us despair, to make us see ourselves as animal and ugly, to make us reject the possibility that God may love us.
Sure, I guess. I think that was another, what's it called? Another Exorcist reference right there, but I haven't seen the movie in its entirety yet. Hopefully, I will. One crazy-ass film.
You must become Hyde. Take distant hits from the bombs. Make more progress as Hyde to overpass Jekyll. Excuse me. I thought Hyde reaching the same spot as Jekyll was bad. You're gonna endanger us. Not necessarily. There's actually a very small chance we'll survive.
Yeah, I know what happens. I won't give
By
it away.
taking the rooftops as Hyde,
Yeah,
you can
that's right.
bypass Jekyll, thus evading the lightning blasts. No shit. So I gotta beat the game as Hyde? Exactly. You got this.
Yeah. That's one
Almighty
interesting thing about this
Nintendo,
game.
who
but
created this
still,
library
bad
of
game.
games and who gave third-party powers to those who have tarnished it, give us pity, pardon our sins, and give us the strength to conquer this infernal game.
Oh, that was close.
Whoa, 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 don't fall, don't fall. Be gone, hostile being. You are guilty for those you have tortured. Guilty for the souls of the entire human race. Damn me.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, it's the final boss. I never thought I'd see this. It's the final boss of Jekyll and Hyde. In the name of Nintendo, it is they who command. They who will judge and compel you. Nintendo power compels you.
Nintendo power compels you.
Nintendo power compels you. Nintendo power compels you. Nintendo power compels you.
Oh shit, oh shit. That's going way back. Oh, it's going further
Nintendo
back.
power compels you. Nintendo
Uh-oh.
power compels you.
Win.
I did it! I did it!
Oops. You just beat the boss and then that happened.
Oh no, I still have to play as Jekyll?
Wait, where's all the enemies? I guess now that the boss is defeated, the enemies are gone. Oh, wow! I can just walk through?
I can just walk through it.
Yay! Yay! Oh, look how slow they're moving.
This is it. The true ending of Jekyll and Hyde. There's the bride. You actually see her. And she walks just as slow as him. Boy, these two are made for each other.
Yeah, they
You
are.
know, I've never been more happy to see two video game characters get married. You know, good for him. Thank
Yes.
God he made it through all that. Sure, he showed
Yes.
up covered in bomb ashes and bird shit, but he made it. He's not
Yes.
gonna end up in the fucking doghouse again. He did it. And fuck all those townspeople who tried to stop him. Fuck them and
kidding.
fuck this game too. I did it. I beat Jekyll and Hyde. Yeah.
Huh. I don't get it. You can tell it's James's voice. Aww.
You didn't beat the Famicom version. Oh, what, the Famicom version has a different ending? Uh-huh. Oh, no, I'm not doing it. You ain't gonna hide from this one. Oh, fuck you! Okay.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah, that. Forgot about that.
Yeah, I beat it. Now, where's the difference? Where's the difference? Show me! Where's the difference? It all looks the same. Where is it? Where? Oh, there it is! There it is! The bride! She's in a different dress before the wedding! There's the difference, you fuck! Take me! Leave that Nintendo cartridge alone! Take me! Take me!
Why would you say that? I thought you won. It's a mannequin or whatever. There's the cursor or the thing you select the game with. I'm curious to watch the Treehouse of Horror video, but I'm not gonna do a reaction to it. I'll just watch it. But okay, that was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. And I only commented on it yesterday, just saying, "Oh, what? The third time?" Anyway, that was a lot of fun to watch. I'm surprised he revisited the game again. I mean, he had already done it before, but I guess he'll do it again. You know. Anyways, took a little while, but here we are. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, click that bell icon, and to add me notifications. So, did you like this new episode of Angry Video Game Nerd? Let me know. Hope you enjoyed my reaction to it. I think I liked his Halloween episode last year a little more because he was reviewing Doom, and he was talking about all of the different ports of Doom for the various consoles it came out for at the time. That was really awesome. I don't quite remember what the one the year before. Oh yeah, the one year before was the like that Freddy Krueger games or whatever, or not Freddy Krueger, Jason Voorhees games. You know, Friday the 13th games on Commodore 64 or whatever. But yeah, this was a really entertaining episode. Typically, when he revisits something he's already reviewed before, he usually does a really good job of it. I've noticed that before. Like, all three of the Bible games episodes are really good, and now that I bring that up, he better not do a fourth one. I don't think he has any reason to. I mean, in the third one, he basically covered some of the same games again, but it made sure to actually go through them to the end. And then he covered new games as well, of course. But I've always enjoyed the Halloween specials that James Rolfe has done. I've heard, from what I gather, Portland Retro Gaming Expo, the one that I wanted to go to so I can meet James Rolfe in person, and hopefully ask him to get in character as the angry video game nerd as he would sign my Switch copy of TMNT, the Cowabunga collection. Maybe he'd get in character and say, "Oh man," say, "Well, this collection's fucking ruined because the first TMNT on NES is on it." That would have been hilarious if he did it in his nerd style, of course. Um, but I couldn't go. I couldn't take the trip, unfortunately. But maybe next time. I mean, I'm getting my license back in November, and maybe eventually, if they're doing another convention in Portland, and he's coming to it next year, I could probably, I might have a vehicle by then and just drive the whole trip there and back, no problem. Hopefully, only be about 9 hour drive for me. Otherwise, if he comes to the Bay Area, that'd be great. I wouldn't have to go as far for that. Um, Anyways, this was really entertaining all the way through, and I'm glad that he actually went through it. I knew about the different endings for Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde because there's a YouTuber I used to watch. His name is Corn Shack Gaming. Most of you probably never heard of him. His channel is actually a lot bigger than mine. I think he had like 20,000 or 40,000 subscribers or something. His channel never like got massive or anything, but he's somebody who's really good at video games. I used to watch a series on his channel that was literally called Play It Through. And yeah, it was thanks to watching reviews of AVGN and being curious about the awful games he reviewed from way back in the day that are just so unforgivingly hard and usually terrible. Um, I would look up, playthroughs of it, walkthroughs of it, and there would be Play It Through from Corn Shack Gaming, and I've seen a bunch of them. I seen him do, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Dick Tracy, and yeah, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. So I knew about the different endings of the game and how, if you want to get the true ending to Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, you actually have to you get to the last level as Dr. Jekyll, but then you become Mr. Hyde and you're able to go over the roof and avoid getting into Jekyll's path and beat the game as Mr. Hyde. The fact is, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde on the NES is still a really bad game because of how it controls, because of how awful it plays when you're Dr. Jekyll. I mean, you have a cane that you attack with, and it doesn't hurt any of the townspeople. It doesn't hurt the spiders that get in the way. It only works on the bees. You kill the bees, and I mean that's kind of weird. Like, why the bees? I mean, I guess it was the 1800s, but like the game came out in the 1980s. I don't know if there was awareness of how important bees were in the 1980s. I'm pretty sure there was, but it's obviously a lot more nowadays. But don't go killing bees. If the bees go extinct, everything goes extinct. That's just a fact. So don't let that happen. um, anyway, yeah, it's not a very good game at all. It is. It isn't. It's clearly better when you are Mr. Hyde, but you're not supposed to progress as far as him. You're supposed to stay as Dr. Jekyll until the final level. But I do think that twist where you can, in the final level, actually completely bypass where Dr. Jekyll was as Mr. Hyde and actually complete the game as Mr. Hyde, that is an interesting twist. I think they were pretty creative with that. I will have to say that. But other than that, like, they totally screwed up with the game. And I'm pretty sure the Famicom version came out first because that game is, I mean, the NES one is already hard enough as it is, but the Famicom one is just impossible. I mean, there's all these. I mean, he did beat it, but like, there's all these obstacles you have to deal with at the first and the last level and stuff that were just not in the NES version. They clearly got rid of those levels intentionally and those obstacles intentionally because when they released it internationally, because they knew that it was just incredibly unfair, despite how unfair the game already is over here too, but at least it's less unfair, I guess you could say. That said, thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Happy Halloween. Trick or treat.